From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
Welcome to Blues Moments in Time, the show where we trace the echoes of history through the heartbeat of the blues. Today we're stepping into the stories, sounds and cultural shifts that shaped January 19. Let's start with the cultural landscape. January 19 marks the birth of Edgar Allan Poe, the master of American gloom and Gothic imagination. Now, Poe wasn't a bluesman, but his fingerprints are all over the emotional DNA of the blues. That sense of longing, the shadows in the corners of the room, the ache that won't quite let go. Blues artists tapped into the same well of human feeling that Poe spent his life exploring. And then there's Betty Ford. On January 19, 1977, she climbed right up on the cabinet room table and struck a pose. It was bold, joyful and defiantly human, a moment that symbolised the push of women's equality. That cultural shift opened doors for countless women in blues and roots music who were ready to step into the spotlight. The political world was shifting too. On January 19, 1966, Indira Gandhi became India's first female Prime Minister. Now that might feel far from the Mississippi Delta, but global movements towards representation and empowerment helped shape the broader cultural climate that blues artists lived in, especially as the civil rights era pushed for dignity and visibility across the world. And once again, Betty Ford's ERA advocacy stands tall. Her voice helped normalise the idea that women belonged not just to the audience, but on the stage, behind the mic, and the stories that the blues would tell. Musically, January 19 has its own rhythm. Back in 1853, Verdi's El Trovatore premiered in Rome. A world away from the juke joints, sure, but opera's dynamic phrasing and emotional storytelling seeped into American vocal traditions. Blues singers carried that same fire. The long notes, the raw confession, the sense that every phrase is a life lived. Jump forward to 1994 and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame welcomed artists like The Animals, The Band, and Duane Eddy, musicians who built their sound on the bones of the blues. Their induction was a reminder that blues isn't just a genre, it's the foundation of modern music. January 19 has also brought some powerful voices into the world. Janis Joplin, born on this day in 1943, carried the blues like a storm. Her voice cracked open the mainstream, showing the world just how raw and real blues emotion could be. And then there's Dolly Parton, born January 19, 1946. She's country royalty, yet sure, but her songwriting draws from the same well of struggle, storytelling and the soul that the blues musicians have always known. But January 19 is also a day of remembrance. Carl Perkins left us on this day in 1998. His rockabilly swagger was built on blues phrasing, a reminder of how deeply the blues shaped early rock. And Wilson Pickett, the Wicked Pickett himself, passed on January 19 in 2006. His voice was a force of nature, a gospel shout wrapped in blues emotion. His legacy still shakes the walls of soul and R&B today. And that's all for today's journey through Blues Moments in Time. Join us next time as we keep tracing the stories, the struggles, and the soul of the blues.